Okay, let's take a look at another type of problem. It says Josh charges a diagnostic fee of $50. He charges $30 an hour to fix the issue. Jacob charges $20 an hour with a diagnostic fee of $100. At what hour would they charge the same amount? And what is this amount? So let's write a formula. So the key word here is we want to know when they charge the same. So we want to know when the expressions equal each other. So we want to know when Josh equals the same as Jacob. Okay, now we're going to represent an expression for Josh and Jacob, and we're going to let X equal hour. So Josh charges a flat rate of $50 and $30 an hour. So it's going to be 30 times X plus the 50. Jacob charges $20 an hour, and his diagnostic is 100. So the diagnostic fees are the upfront fees, and then if each of these fix the vehicle, then they charge $30 or $20 per hour. So now let's substitute in our expressions into our formula. So Josh is 30x plus 50 equals Jacob, which is 20x plus 100. Now we need to solve for x, which is hour. We have variables on the left and the right, so we need to address the variables before the constants. We're going to subtract out the smaller one. And we have 10x plus 50 is equal to 100. And then we are going to subtract out 50 from both sides. And we get 10x is equal to 50. And we're going to divide each side by 10. And x, which is hour, is 5. So at hour 5, so in 5 hours, we're going to see what they each charge. So we're going to plug in 30 for x. 30 times 5 is 150 plus 50 is $200. And this should be the same amount as Jacob. So this time we have 20 times 5 plus 100. So 20 times 5 is 100 plus another 100 is 200. So at 5 hours, they each charge $200. Let's take a look at one more. Jill charges a $40 service fee for a plumbing job. In addition, she charges $60 an hour. Eric charges a service fee of $25 and has a $90 hourly rate. At what hour will they charge the same amount, and how much will this be? So again, we want to know when Jill and Eric charge the same amount for their services. So let's again let X stand for hours. So Jill charges a service fee of $40 and $60 an hour. So 60 times X plus the service fee of 40. Eric charges a service fee of $25 and $90 an hour. Now we have an expression using the same variable, and we're going to plug it into our formula to create the equation. So 60x plus 40 is equal to 90x plus 25. We have variables on the left and the right, so address the variables first. Let's subtract out the smaller one, so subtract 60x from both sides. We bring down a positive 40 is equal to 30x plus 25. We're going to subtract 25 from both sides. So this gives us 15 equal to 30x. Divide each side by 30. And x is going to be 1/2. So in half an hour, they both charge the same. And let's see how much that amount will be. So it doesn't matter which expression you plug in, we're going to get the same amount because this is the hour in which they charge the same. So half of 60 is 30, 30 plus 40 is $70. Half of 90 is 45, 45 and 25 is 70. So in half an hour, they both each charge $70. Okay, let's take a look at another type. It says the sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 216. So consecutive means one after the other. So we're going to have a first number plus a second number plus a third number, and their sum is 216. So let's just take a look. I'm going to put some numbers. They're not going to be the answer, but let's just say we have 7, 8, 9. These are 3 consecutive numbers. So if we let our first number be x, so let's always just let our first number be x, what do you add to 7 to get to 8? Well, you add 1. So the second number is going to be x plus 1. What would you add to 7 to get to 9? You would add 2. So since 7 is using x, we're going to have x plus 2. So this is how we're going to represent our numbers when we're talking about consecutive. And then the equation, we're just going to substitute. So our first number is x, plus our second number is x plus 1, plus our third number is x plus 2, equals 216. So we're going to combine like terms. We get 3x plus 3 equals 216. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides, and we get 3x is equal to 213. We're going to divide each side by 3. So 3 goes into 21, 7, and 3 goes into 3 once. So our first number is 71, our second number will be 72, and our third number is 73. And if you were to add these up, you would get 216. This time we have a sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers, and the total is 279. So we still are going to have a first number plus a second number plus a third number equals 279. But let's take a look at if we had 3 consecutive odd. It would be like 7, 9, 11. And again, we're going to let the first number be x. So if 7 is x, what are you going to add to x or to 7 to get to 9? Well, you would add 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. So our expression to represent the second number is going to be x plus 2. And then what would you add to 7 to get to 11? Well, you would add 4. So our third number is going to be x plus 4. So now we're going to substitute our expressions into the formula. So we have x plus 2 plus x plus 4 is equal to 279. Let's combine like terms. We have 3x plus 2 plus 4 is 6 equals 279. Subtract 6, we get 3x is equal to 271. We're going to divide each side by 3, and x, our first number, so I subtracted wrong here. This should be 3 here. So 273 divided by 3 is going to be 91. So our first number is 91. Our second number, 91 plus 2, is 93. And our third number, 91 plus 4, is going to be 95. So these are our 3 consecutive odd numbers. Okay, let's take a look at our last type of problem. Jack has earned an 88, 96, 91, 86, and 93 on his first 5 algebra tests. What is the lowest grade that he needs to make on his next test to have a goal of at least a 90? So when we're finding the average, our average is going to be our first grade plus another grade plus another grade. So it depends on how many we have. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we are going to have a 6th one. So we have and then you divide it by how many of our grades we have. So that's 6, and we want at least a 90. So I'm going to say this average needs to equal 90. So now our equation is we're going to just substitute in the actual grades we have. But don't forget on this last one, Jack is going to take one more test. So we're going to just use x for that, and it's all going to be divided by 6. So now we're solving for x. So we need to combine like terms. So we're going to add these grades together. So again, remember you can use calculators in this unit. 88 plus 96 plus 91 plus 86 plus 93 equals, so we have 454 plus X, the next grade, all divided by 6 equals 90. Now we're solving for X. This is the grade that Jack needs to make to earn a 90 for this semester. So we need to get rid of the division by 6. So we're going to multiply both sides. And we get X plus 454 is equal to, so 90 times 6 is 540. We're going to subtract out the 454. And the lowest grade that Jack needs to make is an 86. So if Jack makes 86 or higher, he will earn an A for the semester. I hope this helps.